Hello guys, welcome to the Train Parrot. We're going to do an update on Solana. We're going to discuss that potential to cross the $200 mark. Guys, if you like this type of content, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell to get notified every time I put out one of these videos. Guys, if you want to trade Solana on a non-KYC exchange, or if you're dying to do KYC, it doesn't matter. 2bit supports both sides. Whether you want to get your account created in 30 seconds and start trading, or you want to do it with all the KYC approvals on 2bit is optional. You get over 1,000 trading pairs, leverage. You get $50 just for signing up. After that, you can decide to deposit your own cash and start trading with larger volume, in which case you can get up to 30,000 in rewards. The exchange is supported all over the world except for China, with and without KYC, and it does really help the channel if you open an account on it. Is it my idea, or Solana is lagging a little bit behind other coins like Ethereum and Sui? Just to name a few. Of course, it's not the worst, but we have higher lows, but we are further away from taking the highs of May still, and that is something to consider. We managed to bounce from the golden pocket, and our next responsibility to keep this trend strong and to completely discard a dead cat bounce from 187 into new lows is that if we take the 187 and we go into the area of the $200, that is the golden pocket after this huge retracement from $300 into $95. And at the moment we are facing the resistance of this area of the volume profile at 173. I think the price is approaching that area a little bit with shyness. Let's have a look at the RSI. What's the next level of resistance? That is 55 RSI at the moment, and we've been calling that after we reclaim the 46, we can get into that 56. That 56 in the price is currently $180. That is the top of the most traded range across all this area. With the exception of the M pattern outside the range, 180 is a big beast in a way, really, to get us out of this into the declining volume and to conquering $200 again. Conquering $200 and we should feel pretty much out of the cage with Solana. Now, the things that I don't like, well, as I usually say, I don't like that Solana are so concentrated for such a long period in the longs in this area. I say that there is a chance that thanks to the new highs that we start conquering uncharted territory for the longs and shorts, which is anywhere between 75, of course, and 90. If we do that, that will be the first time. We need to be open for that, but we always need to respect as well the statistics. These are the areas where there is profit taking, and there is a little bit of an exhaustion in terms of longs at the moment. Social dominance being at 18 definitely is making enough noise potentially to bring those new longs into the market. After all, retail has been very quiet, so making advertising with 20% social dominance on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, it should bring new players and help potentially pushing the longs even beyond the highest it's ever been. If we do so, ideally a breakout from 56 into new highs and not just an ugly rejection like the one we have at 71 that pushed the RSI into 36, slashing it in half. So from 56 going into 25 definitely is not something that we want to be invested in when it happens, if it happens. But the breakout from 56 corresponds with 180, then getting into 200, and then happy days with expansion of the RSI potentially into new highs. Let's look at the structure of the price. We put new lows in here, so that is part of what I don't like about the price action on Solana, which is among many other coins one that should be looking really positive based on the news, but it has gone slightly lower every time. And now if we look at the daily time frame, you can see that the breakout of Sui is perfect, just bouncing and far further away here at the top, right? With Solana, it approaches it from below, breaks down, tests the breakdown, and still continues up. So there is something going on with the momentum that cannot catch up with the rivals at the moment, Solana, so far. Hopefully that's gonna change, but so far it hasn't performed that well. We have in here some bullish formation. We are right there against a neckline of 165 that has already failed 2 times. This will be the third day that we are attempting to break out the area. If Bitcoin behaves, we could be seeing liquidation of 190 into $200, which could confirm that we are getting into the positive, very high levels in the upcoming future. Liquidations stop sharply at $200, but let's be fair, there's still a decent amount until 223. Our risk continues to be at 120. You can see how that has become larger as the price goes higher. Any move down in August, that is the level that you need to be looking into in case Bitcoin decided to do the usual puke of August or July. If it doesn't do it, fair enough. We will worry about 120 later, entering into a bear market. We can see the liquidation levels on the heat map on CoinGlass in here, 170 into 180. There are liquidation levels. It is a lot clearer on Legend, starting from 176 all the way to 195. You have all that collection. Below the price, notice this 157 that we couldn't see anywhere else. But if this is a genuine liquidation level, is the largest below the price in close proximity as well. In my opinion, Solana, we need to be very careful because something is smelling slightly burnt, not necessarily to say sell it at a loss or anything. I'm sure that it's gonna do new highs and stuff like that, but it's just underperforming, and I will consider some other alternatives maybe to flip it. One theory I have is maybe when Ethereum does something really big, then there will be a strong rotation into Solana. On CryptoQuant, things are looking okay-ish, right? We have one green, the rest of the things are normal, nothing in the red, but you can see if you watch my other crypto altcoins videos, you're gonna notice that the other ones have plenty more things in the green. And CryptoQuant focuses on things that you don't see in the chart, right? Like order sizes, bubble map, CBDs. In terms of news, we have ProShares launches 2x leverage Solana ETF after the New York Exchange ARCA sign off. First US ETF offering exposure to Sol confirms growing institutional demand and could pave the way for a spot product. Why not? Leverage funds historically boost trading volumes and headline interest around the underlying asset. Then we have Solana targets 200 on Fire app tech upgrades and fresh TradeFi inflows. Fire denser client now secures 7% of the network plus Rex Osprey spot staking ETF inflows. Analysts flag a fractal pointing to a breakout towards 200. That's a 20% upside and strengthens both fundamentals, higher throughput, and narrative. And one bearish news that we have in here, which I don't think is that important, that I'm still gonna read it. Big One exchange got hacked, I think yesterday. It drains 28 million, including 0.5 million in Solana. Come on, cross-chain exploit could generate near-term sell pressure as stolen Solana is laundered. Revives counterparty risk fears that often weigh on sentiment and liquidity. I think this is an overreaction on the news. 0.5 million in Solana is not that much. Let's wrap it up. We continue to have that task at hand, which is to break beyond $180, conquer 200, stay there for a while, and prove that this is not a dead cat bounce, right? Getting to that golden pocket is a big green checkbox for Solana. Now, consider that Solana is not as healthy as other coins that are starting to do a lot more and a lot faster. Keep always in mind that Solana at the moment is already pretty crowded, I will say, in terms of longs, and although there is that chance that it can go further beyond thanks to the social dominance, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that. So if you can compare and if you can live without necessarily taking that long trade on Solana and do another coin, at least for now, until things prove that there is a massive change, well, good for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.